Hello, everyone! How are we doing? Hello, Shad. You finally spelled it right. Hi, Eve. Hi. I'm trying to get my hands to work today. Hi. I'm grabby hands. My hands are always a mess, so it works. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Sarbs. Hi, hi. Shad, you're the one that said it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Hello, Dark Elf. Hello, Tinkerus. Hello, how are you guys? Darling? Thank you. This is my normal dress. I haven't worn it in a while. I was actually looking for my my original one. I think Charlie finally stole it back. Yes. Hello, everybody. Today, we're doing Komfy Korner again, which is me just chatting about some random things, of course, with chat's input. And today we're talking about hashtag Univirtuals, which is something that was created almost 2 years ago. Crazy, right? It's been a while. I am doing fabulously. My cats have been harassing me all day, so it took me 2 hours to set up. Just so you guys are aware, cats are like kids. They're just a slight bit cheaper and they come potty trained. Whisper! Hello, Whisper. It is. It is absolutely crazy. Can I get a shout out for my favorite robot, Whisper? I love my Whisper. Whisper's too good. Now, we were gonna talk about Univirtuals, which... Yes! If Shad doesn't do it, I'm gonna do it, and you're just gonna have to suffer. I can type it out. Look, I'm going. There we go. Subnautica, I hope you don't get eaten by random stuff. That's probably not fun. I saw you steal, like, the little penguin kid. I saw you steal that penguin kid. I'm pretty sure you can't call a lawyer if you're already, you know, having a lawyer up because of kidnapping. Officer, I saw it happen! Officer! You could have gave the kid back when you kept running off and said... Oh my goodness. Well, when something's cute and fluffy, Shad, you just have a knack to try and pick it up. And when you try and pick it up and the mom and dad don't approve of you picking up and you start running because the mom and dad are chasing you, please consider that, kidnapping. Hello, Silvio! Welcome. Oh, I would drown. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I would drown. But it's okay. We have Whisper. We can live vicariously through Whisper. So, too much water. Needs more land. Well, we just need to be able to traverse the lands, which is a good segue into what Univirtuals is. So if you don't know the hashtag, because Shad spelt it wrong, I didn't get it, so this is the hashtag. It's hashtag Univirtuals. It's in the title as well. You can make sure you do it. Univirtuals was actually created by 2 people. Do any of you know who the people are? I'll say it is Obama. Gosh, I wish Obama was a VTuber. I wish Obama was a VTuber. I would watch Obama. I got Terry Crews though. Terry Crews is pretty good. I like Terry Crews. Okay. So if you don't know, we're gonna show you the creators. And we got 2 creators. So this lovely little girl, hands work. So the girl, her name is Miya Kimino. She is a Japanese VTuber, and she excels at basic language courses. She likes teaching people about different countries, different cultures. She's super wholesome, and she is the one who actually put this project out. And I actually have some words from her a little bit later. The little tiny kitten, little tiny. This is Kokon. Yeah, Kokon kinda is like her, I say guardian angel. Yeah. Protector. So Kokon and Miya work together to make what is hashtag Univirtuals. And you won't see it too much now, and we're trying to bring it back. Mia's been super busy with her own work. Yeah, they're both really cool. You should absolutely go check them out. They're part of the Hanjo squad, which, if I remember right, there was maybe 20 or 30 of us to start. We were a small group when we started. Miya reached out to a bunch of VTubers across the world. Thank you, Shad. Miya reached out to people in the hopes of being able to VTube with others across the world, to be able to collab, to expand your reach, to find new markets to try and approach, and all in all, meet other VTubers across the world who you would never normally meet. Hello, Tony. Hello, Mac. Yes. So, Miya had this grand idea of bringing people together, and she did. She brought together VTubers from Mexico, from America, from Canada, from France. We had some from Malaysia. We had, of course, some Japanese ones that we wouldn't really have met otherwise, whether it's because of a platform or a language barrier or even a cultural barrier. Now, Kokon is the one who liked to make a lot of the random events. We have done things like sakura viewings when the sakura blossoms started to bloom. You don't have to be one of the first to be a Univirtual, and that's the thing. Univirtual is open to everybody. It's a way to expand your reach to other people. Miya just wanted to make a wholesome community where everybody could get together and share what is actually their love, and that's VTubing. Hello, Smileys! Aw, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Smileys. Yeah. So we had Sakura viewing parties. We ended up having Halloween parties where we showed Miya and Kokon around. We had events that we got to participate with Miya and Kokon where we would give cultural knowledge, whether it was about America or France or Canada. There was other creators, if you know Yui Kai-chan, Moe, Natsume Moe, the superhero Asu, all three of the Niwatoris. There was, of course, the Cherry Tree, so me, Silvio, and Cherry were all there. And it started expanding. Eventually, you got more and more. One of the ones I never would have met is... Well, oh my god, I'm gonna butcher her name. Kobu Kiyumehime? She's a little fairy. She's a Japanese fairy. She actually does ASMR videos. So I would have never met her without Miya and Kokon. Now there's other ones. We have Baguetto and Deeds. They're French, so it was nice to actually do that. Hello, Chichira. Ara. But yeah, so all of these people were supposed to come together, and you had this tight-knit group of people who just wanted to be able to collab with each other. And then we slowly started to get more and more people. So when people like Shad or Obsidian or Agama and like a whole bunch of other VTubers like Pending and stuff, we would just, every time we found a new VTuber, we would just grab them up before it was one of those things where all of us kind of got together, you know, before VTubing was like super popular, before anybody really knew who we were, when we all had kind of the same community kind of set in stone, before Hololive had really come to Ian or Niji Sanji or any of those. It was Miya who Miya was the one who brought us all together. So you can thank Miya Kimino for that. So if you ever want to see what Miya does, you can absolutely go and follow her YouTube. You can go subscribe. It's what Chad linked a little bit earlier. And of course, Kokon is always with her. You can find them both on Twitter too. That's where you're gonna get most of where Miya pops up in Japan. She's got a bunch of different places. Wanted to be a VTuber about a year ago when I first started seeing a couple V streamers. I've streamed, and I think this is a way to stream is very creative and so many opportunities to do some really great and fun things. Yeah, it's led to a bunch of like really good collabs. So I got to meet like Seiko and Yuzia through here. I got to meet Mari, who is a Russian VTuber. I got to meet all sorts of people like Milky. There's also Milky Queen, who is Japanese. Of course, Isu is Malaysian. Yuika is from Singapore. We have so many. It started off such a long time ago. It's it's definitely one of those things where it's just like we all kind of created this little thing. Is Refunk part of it? I think technically Refunk is part of it. So that would be Australia. But I'm trying to see if there's... we had Ruiz-chan, Rose Doodle, Trell. I'm trying to think of others. Can you think of any more, Sylvia? Some other countries or cultures we may be missing? Trell, the maddest of lads. Yes. Harune is also one of them. If you remember, Momiji, before she graduated, Momiji played a part as well. There's also Tia-chan. Was Molly in the original batch of Univirtuals? Trying to think, original batch. There's interdimensional VTubers. Hello! I mean, yes. Out of the original batch, we probably had people from about 15 different countries, I would say. Probably close to that. And we would jump around, and Mia's big thing was spreading culture. You recently rewatched the original live stream? Oh, yes! Yay, yay. No. I promise you, there's interdimensional VTubers out there. It's actually kind of one of the things where Univirtuals led to others opening up. People started using the tag. And maybe they didn't know where it came from or who created it. But as we started to grow popular, this community, this thing that Miya created, everybody was joining in. Yeah, it was the first real, like, community for VTubers before, like, the overall community kind of, like, segmented itself. Now you can go into one community that's completely disassociated from a different section of the community because it's just so big. There's hundreds of thousands of VTubers now. But back then, there was a handful of us. We could list them all. And we all shared the same kind of communities. And so we were collabing often and we were loving it. And now you have all sorts of new people joining in, and we want people to start using that Univirtuals tag again. We want people to start going ahead and shouting it out so they can find others that want to share their cultural differences, that want to be able to collab with people from other countries, that want to spread, into different realms. And it's one of those things where, just like every community, I say this when I was a part of VSW. VSW allowed me to meet a really good friend, and that was Jeffy Bed. And I wouldn't have met Jeffy if not for VSW. The same can be said for Univirtuals. I wouldn't have met Momiji or Yuikai or Asu for that matter. Like, I don't think that would have been a thing if it wasn't for Miya wanting all of these VTubers to come together to be able to, help lift each other up. I'm meeting people I've never heard of who have 10K followers. That's how huge VTubing is now. Yeah, it's massive, and the popularity of some of them, like, is fascinating. How quickly they blew up. Absolutely, it's okay for new people to use the tag. The idea of the tag is to connect people. That is what the tag is for. Like, specifically, I used it for finding new people that I can branch out to. Since you guys know I'm more of a multiplayer streamer, I like using it to find new people to collab with. So every now and then it's like I'll pull up who's used Univirtuals lately, and I'll go and see if there's someone new I can find. Jeffy is a fantastic friend. Agreed. Jeffy is great. You and the Univirtuals seem so inseparable now. It's crazy. It's because we've had 2 years to build on that friendship. We've had so long. And so, like, we may not have been here since the start. There's some people who have been doing this for years. Like, we talk about it. Deet's kind of the grandfather of VTubing. Like, at least for, like, independent streamers and stuff. Deet is the one who made all of this stuff for... Oh, I gotta turn that bot off. Whoopsie. But Deet is the one of... Well, not even just the first, like, VTuber, but Deet was the first one creating the programs, creating the software. He was the first one really, like, trying to give us the programs we need to run it. Deet does deserve a lot of respect, and probably doesn't get as much as needed, because without Deet's Unity programs and stuff, Tracking World wouldn't have been as far gone as it is. And Tracking World is like where a lot of things started. So bringing together the people who started that, and this was when Vroid was a new program, and this is when 310A or Mi10A was brand new, and people were just starting to use these programs instead of Unity, and it's you look at it now, hindsight, you know, is 2020. You look at it now and be like, wow, like, it's come a long way. Like, most people say I don't have a Vroid model, but I do, and this was created with some of the first ever Vroid stuff. Yeah, Wakaru was predating Mi10A. When I started, Mi10A just released, so Mi10A was the first thing I got to use. Yeah, when a Vroid model was worth just so much, and no one could explain how to do anything. Like, I still laugh because my model had some of the most random stuff, and I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna... My hair itself, if you look, has twists and turns in it. That took Charlie, who is my modeler, that took Charlie so long to be able to do. And it was through Univirtuals that we were able to share, like, all of this information that we're gathering. Like, Deet was sharing stuff for Tracking World, and Charlie was sharing stuff for, like, all the new programs coming out. And then Argama had a bunch of tutorials on how to do a bunch of Vroid stuff. And then you started to see artists pop up, and the artists were popping up just to make Vroid stuff. It's inspiring. It is so inspiring, and nowadays you see how much the creativity is kind of flowed. You can guess every single animal out there, and I'm betting you there's at least 2 to 3 VTubers for it. When I originally, about 1.5 years ago, was asked, you know, what animal I wanted to be, I said scorpion, because I loved Arknights, and there was a certain character in Arknights that I just loved, and I'm like, it's a dragon-ish kind of thing, but it's a scorpion. I'm like, that's so cool. And now you look at it, and there is 2 or 3 scorpions I found in the last few days. There is Lamias now, of course. There's dragons, there's succubi, you got Newt Zentrea now. You have more kitsune and foxes than you can ever imagine for. You have deer, you have sharks. Like there's so many now. And wouldn't you love to have one of those things where you can have a water VTuber stream or just a kitsune stream, or everybody knows English, but Asu is one of the ones who's very popular, who's used Univirtuals and his own community as a way to build up Malaysian VTubers. And so Asu has done collabs with just Malaysian VTubers. The Niwatoris, Edgardo, Emiko, and Erika, have been able to excel in the Mexican VTuber community, and they're able to help out the Mexican VTubers. But a lot of them wouldn't have been known if not for Miya. Especially, like, after all that Miya has done to kind of, like, push the limits to try and get people known. Modeling hair stuff, yes. How do you find Univirtuals? Just, if you go onto Twitter, use that hashtag that's in my title. It's hashtag Univirtuals. And you'll see a bunch of people who kind of follow under the Univirtuals tag. And if you want to be a Univirtuals, add it to your profile. Use it in your stuff. Use it as a marketing tool. Make yourself known. Charlie beat this into my head when I first started, that I needed to use hashtags. And why? Because it's something that's easily searchable. Aww. If you guys do a thank you Miya later, like, she would probably appreciate that more than you know. Because she's working super, super hard lately. She would love it. But I don't think without her here, determined to make VTubing, especially when it was such an independent thing, without her dedication to bringing communities, and especially communities across the world together. That's why it's univirtual. It's universal. Like, there is probably countries all over the place that has VTubers we don't even know about yet. So this was her ultimate goal, was to bring all of these cultures together under one banner that, I mean, you'll love, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't love Univirtuals. Like, if you didn't love being a VTuber, if you didn't love making friends with others. Ari-chan! Hello, hello! Hi, Genevieve! Hello! Welcome! I agree. I think it would have been a very different community than when we started. Like, it obviously, like, I had a little bit of push from the beginning because I had Charlie's community to start. Lamau, she's my friends. Hello, thank you. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, if I look at it this way, like, that connection she made so long ago, she taught us Japanese games, she taught us about Japanese culture. In exchange, she taught us a little bit more than that. She taught us about communication, about cultural differences and how to get past them. She ended up starting the spark of what would be this main branch of VTubers, just going off of the rails. Like, this is how you started to find people. Like, I ended up finding Zentrea because all of a sudden VTubers became something you could look for on Twitter. I found Zentreya, and Zentreya reached out, and she asked if didn't realize, like, a lot of people didn't realize what they were doing back then was called VTubing. Like, it was virtual streaming or virtual YouTubing, either one. They didn't realize what that meant and didn't realize there was others out there like them. And so I made an amazing friend and Zentreya from this. Way before I feel like we were a small group of Univirtuals, then it blew up into lots of VTubers from all over. Yes, there's so many. I can think of, like, probably about maybe 30 or 40 states that I know VTubers from now. I know probably a VTuber in 80% of Europe. I know VTubers from all over Asia now. Like, they are all over the place. You got Australia. I know several people from Australia now. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't just want to work with these people. I don't just want to be able to play games with these people. I want to meet these people. I want to be able to see more of them. Yes, hi Abby. Hi Abby. You keep changing your name on me. Yeah, Charlie is determined to be kind of a teacher, so to speak, for those who want to get into VTubing. That's where she kind of excels. She loves playing with all the new technology that comes out. Whoa, tracking. But she loves playing with all the new technology that comes out. She loves playing with any new assets. That's why she started to develop her own booth store. You wouldn't know it. Booth was around for such a long time, but now you can go, if you have a Vroid thing, you can go and find clothes so easily. Like, there's parts all over the place. You know, people were making stuff for VR chat for such a long time, they didn't realize that this was the makings of what VTubing really was. So you had VR chatters who were technically separate from VTubing, and then it just kind of came together. It kind of clashed into this perfect harmony of, like, we're actually doing the same thing. Can't thank Moe enough. She's the one who brought me into the English side of VTubing. From there, I saw Yui and everyone. So, the way I actually got into VTubing was Charlie showed me two people. She showed me Yui Kai-chan, and she showed me Mira Pink. Both of those, I was hooked. Because there was a serious side where there was obviously a community that was built up around bullying the VTuber. And it was a harsh love kind of community. But it was still funny because it felt more interactive. It felt more personal. And then there was Mira Pink's community that was just full of laughter and giggles and, like, just crazy jokes and, like, Mira just going off on tangents. I still remember that stream is stuck in my mind for 2 years. And because the idea of someone just bouncing around saying titties over and over again and wishing for sexy time because she was playing Senra Kagura Peach Ball. Like, I didn't know Moe until a little bit later. Heck, I only started talking to Moe on a more regular probably about 3-4 months ago. Yeah, Moe was the catalyst, but Rhythm was the spark. Rhythm! Rhythm, for those of you who know about Rhythm, for those of you who know about Ruiz, like, that's where I was told was a lot of things that started. And it's like, and then you had Momiji back then, where everybody would say, thanks, Momiji, whenever some form of their technology broke. Like, there was little memes back then, which you miss. Like, the hashtag thanks Momiji became a thing because Univirtuals. Like, every time we broke it, we'd just say, oh, thanks Momiji. Yes, we miss Momiji. We miss Momiji. Yep, when you roll a 1, whenever you roll the 1, it's thanks Yui. That was also a thing. With the Ones Club being a huge thing. Where a lot of us got together. Like, I never played 100% OJ, and I don't think I would have ever played 100% OJ if it wasn't for that being kind of like our rite of passage, so to speak. Yeah, rhythm was a huge thing, and I wish I had the chance to see rhythm. I came into being in 2019, in the middle of 2019, so I am almost at 2 years. So Rhythm and Ruiz were a little bit out of my ballpark. But I mean, at the time that I think I started, VR Chatter and VTuber blew up. Koru-san, if you remember Koru. Koru's still around. Koru's still doing her thing. She's still doing amazing. But there was one video where she went into VR chat and she ended up meeting Americans, and she just had one of her friends with her, and she would just be like, America, America? And like, I like hamburger. Hamburger daisuki. Oh, yes. Yeah, Momiji had to graduate, which is very sad, but you know, everybody's sort of around here, and it was the same with Rhythm. Rhythm ended up having to graduate, so it's not terrible. People move on, but I'm gonna start showing you kind of what. Yeah. Graduation is a term, and you will hear it in Hololive, you will hear it in others, but it's when a VTuber retires their model. It's when they go off to do things other than VTubing. It's a graduation. It's a ceremony. It's a celebration. So, but that's where we started, and now you look at us now, we have thousands upon thousands of VTubers now, and obviously there's some that are huge, you know. Then you have the shoujo girls. The shoujo girls are fantastic. You have Hololive EN now that are huge, and even the independent VTubers now are all over. Cherry Sprout, hello, thank you for the follow. I mean, you have Haruka, you have Harune, you have Yuikai, you have all sorts of people that are still on YouTube and debuting on Twitch. You have Merryweathery, you have Uni, you have all sorts of people that are just like popping up all over the place, and they have such unique personalities. I am too. Yui has... Okay. Yui was one of those people I first saw that I'm like, gosh, I want to be like her. I want to be friends with her. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have had the guts to even try to talk to this girl. let alone has she become one of my best friends in this community. Hands down, I love Yui. She is my queen. And she has been there through thick and thin. And I still say this now. Like, my community is amazing. Like, you guys are amazing. And I don't think I would have had this community if not for the connections I made with Univirtuals. Go ahead, Mac. Do it. Do it. If it makes her happy, it makes her happy. I've said it before, but she probably doesn't believe me. But we call each other queens because, you know, we really feel we are queens to each other. Yui is legit my best friend, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, and that's thanks to Miya. So, I wanted to go ahead. Kokon sent some words. Just, if you do, any of you know Kokon, the little, kitsune. Oh, chotto. Kitsune. This one. The kitsune. Pato. He sent some words, just so you guys would know. He said, let's make love and peace all over the VTuber world. He's always been the protector, and he wants to make sure that everyone's happy, and that's always been his slogan, is love and peace. Kokon is very, very special. Linto, thank you for the host. Thank you. Lava and beats and pantsu. Yeah. I still remember, if any of you were still around for the Sakura viewing party, I think it was Kokon was supposed to be cameraman. And Kokon and I think DP ended up having a lot of fun drinking. Kokon and Dippy were in their own world. It was kind of funny. Yes. Yup. It was a very Kokon and Dippy move. But I also asked Miya if Miya would like to say a few words, and she did. She couldn't be here. Obviously, it's extremely late in Japan right now. Miya has a very, very busy schedule, but Miya did send her love, and she sent us this clip, so I want you guys to listen to it, okay?
Hanzo! Hi, Kairi and everyone. This is Miya Kimino. Hope you guys are doing great. Kairi, thank you so much for introducing Univirtuals to everyone out there who's been wondering what it is. It's basically an open, judgment-free community that I made for foreign and multilingual virtual streamers who's looking for similar friends to broaden their possibilities. So, all you virtual streamers, aspiring VTubers, feel free to use Univirtuals to your advantage to promote yourself. Hope you all have fun with what you're doing and keep up the great work. Wishing you all nothing but the best. Keep hunting. Love you all. Bye.
Yay! Hanjo! Hanjo! So yes, Miya sends her love and her warm wishes, and she hopes that you are able to use this hashtag to meet other streamers just like yourselves. And I am going to say, if you don't follow Miya, if you don't follow Kokon, if you don't watch their shenanigans, I highly recommend you do so. Miya is absolutely one of the sweetest women out there. And it is such a blessing to have met her. And so I hope you take Mia's words to heart. If you don't trust mine, trust Mia's. But I hope that in the end that you will be able to love on Miya and love on the other VTubers just like she would. And I hope you're able to meet some new friends. You're able to meet people from all over the place. And use that hashtag, Univirtual. Because if you are a VTuber or a soon-to-be VTuber, you're already a Univirtual. You're already one. You just didn't know it. And so, with that, we always play some games a little bit afterwards. So, we're gonna end this part. So, if you guys don't know, Komfy Korner gets uploaded to my YouTube. So, you will actually be able to see by the end of the day the first YouTube of Komfy Korner, episode 1. And then the next time, we will upload episode 2, which will be the talk about Univirtuals. Nope, I don't have that one. I don't have it linked. Honestly, what Mia's doing really is amazing. It amazed me even at the time. She extended her hand to the otherwise unknown community to show it off on the big stage. Yes, absolutely. We got to see Emiko sing on a big stage. We got to hear about Dippy's love of taco trucks and how he wants to have a taco truck one day. We got to see Baguetto and learn about their love of bread. So... yeah, Fia is one of my onesans, so I'm glad you were watching those. Tia performing in Nagoya. Yep, Tia performed there. There was lots of people, and you know, Miya started something, and I hope that while Miya keeps working and keeps busy, we can keep her passion alive, which is keeping this community connected to one another. So use that hashtag. Use that hashtag. If you want to collab, if you want to meet new people, if you want to meet new friends, use that hashtag. Use Univirtuals. Put it in your bio so people can find you. And then, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to others that have it too. It's there because they want more friends. It's there because they want more interactions with you. And now, before we swap to game, we are going to end this in true Miya fashion. Do you guys remember, how to say bye-bye from Miya in the group? Is there a Univirtuals Discord? There is not a Univirtuals Discord. There is been a few community hubs lately, but not like one centralized one. If you're looking for specific things, you go to specific people. Cheerilee server, the Cheerilee tree, or now what is known as Hyperdrive, was the one where you can get a lot of the info and stuff for the basics for VTubing. Obviously, you can follow Fia. Fia does a lot of stuff on YouTube that teaches you how to do a bunch of different imports and exports into VR chat. That's how I get my models into VR chat. There's also Argama Witch. She does a lot of tutorials. And then if you go to Deet server, Deet in Emiliana, I currently use VC Face. I use VC Face for all of my tracking stuff. Closest one is Hyperdrive. Probably, if not that, I would recommend Deets. Deets server, which is the Deets platform, Deets Rock platform, I think. Deet server is the one where Deet and Emiliana both work on VC Face and Tracking World. So that would be another good place. Community-wise, if you're looking for people to kind of like hook up to collab with and stuff, I recommend going onto Twitter. There's just too many of us out there now. So try to find someone who you feel is going to fit your taste the best. Not everybody is going to be everybody's flavor of VTuber, but there's so many now, you'll find someone. I guarantee it. Yeah, Yuikai's Twitch and her Discord is actually super, super active. You will find tons and tons of people there. Yuikai's active almost, well, for me, every morning. For her, it's nighttime. Muharschik. Hello, Muharschik. Hello. Welcome. But yes, if Mac, you want to drop a link to Yuikai's Discord in the chat, we would appreciate it. But yeah, you can actually go see Yui too. Yuikai has a huge channel. Girl DM, if you can get into Girl DM. Girl DM has a good channel. Ayumi has a big one. I'm trying to think of if there's any others I can really think of that are kind of like still independent, because you have the big ones like Zentreya, you have Silvervale. You can obviously go there. I don't know if V Shoujo has just one in general, but there's some good ones out there. Harune, yeah, Harune is a good one. You can actually type exclamation hyperdrive in the chat and it will drop you one for that. So there you go. But yeah, there's a bunch of places. If you want info on certain ones specifically, like if you're looking for a certain community or something, use the communities you have and branch out. Ask about, which kind of community is more active in certain types of games or giveaways or art or maybe certain types of games, like just MMO based or MOBA based or something like that. Don't be afraid to ask. That's what they're there for. And a lot of communities, especially like Yuikai's, there is Discord links. So you can find an entire list of other Discords there. So absolutely, go ahead and use those. And that'll help you expand. But hashtag Univirtuals, put it in your bios, use it in your tweets when you want to look for other people to collab. Who knows? I may poke you at some point for a collab too. But use it. Use it. And then, in true fashion, we're gonna say bye-bye in Hanjo style. Which, if you don't know everybody how to say bye-bye, it's Hanjo. So, we're gonna say that, and then we're gonna move on. This is going to be the end of Komfy Corner, but I'm still going to play some games. We have a new mode for stream raiders we're going to try. Just a little bit. Just to kind of whet our palate. So, on the count, I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, go! And you guys ready for Hanjo? Yep. So, 3, 2, 1, Hanjo! Yay! Hanjo! Thank you so much. Thank you, Miya and Kokon, for all of your help to do this. And we hope you guys start using that hashtag to meet so many more people. So we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.